tips can you give other YouTubers to do what you do?
Well, if you want to become a reviewer, it's important to be as energetic as possible. Even if you're like upset or any kind of emotion you're feeling towards the film, you have to have people not want to click out of your video. So even if you're saying stuff that's like way off the wall, be super excited about it. I guess that's the best way to go about reviewing. But for content, usually if you want to create a show, it has to be something that you're passionate about. Not just, well, I guess I'll just try to do comedy videos. Well, that's not going to work out for you if that's not what you do. There's a lot of great stuff. How-to videos are some of the best stuff. So even if you're really good at tying a tie, you'll probably get a lot of hits on how to tie a tie. But back in the day when YouTube was starting out, a lot of users got their audience just because they were the only people who were on the site. Nowadays, it's really important about networking and communicating and doing collaborations between other YouTubers as well. Like VidCon is a great way to network and meet with people, because nowadays it's who you know that gets you in, it's what you know that keeps you there.
What tips or tricks can you give people who want to get their videos noticed?
I guess a tip to kind of get your stuff going is networking. At this point, networking is some of the most important things. So with a YouTube account, you should absolutely have an active Twitter and Facebook account too. So because Twitter would be a great way to, Twitter's a great way to promote your business, and Facebook is a great way to have your audience interact with your business. So any kind of cross-promotional things you can do as possible, and reach out to people. It doesn't hurt to say, hey, check this out or help me out, because you never know who will say yes, and if they say no, don't worry about it, ask someone else.
Do you write your scripts, or do you just kind of do it improv style?
I do it kind of improv style. What I do is when I collect the news, when I'm reading it, I kind of take note of what I want to say about it. And then on a sticky note, I actually make a list of the things I will talk about. So it'd be like Captain America trailer, Batman photos. So after I say my first news story, I'm like, okay, Batman photos, all right. All right, next up, these new photos were released, blah, blah, blah. It's kind of like off the cuff type of news and reviews as well.
So you're saying you have a sticky note and you have your talking points? Yeah,
talking points, and kind of how I design the show is kind of the same way as if someone were to approach me on the street, like, hey Peter, what do you think about this piece of news, or what do you think this kind of review? Just kind of these off the cuff type of, hey, this is what's going on, and this is what I feel about this movie, as opposed to something more, I could do it in a sense where it's very articulate and this and that, but I try to keep it more like a personal type of relationship. That's boring.
He wants people to be articulate.
Professionals? Psh, no way.
What's your process of putting one of your videos together?
Well, throughout the week or up until my next episode, I kind of look at various different movie blogs and kind of collect all the news that way. But once I have all the news, the process, I shoot it the day of. That's why I'll have like the most recent news to talk about. And that process is usually about a 6-hour process between compiling the stories into the order I want to say them in until shooting, editing, uploading, and all that. It's about 6 hours, Tuesdays and Fridays.
Wow, so you will do that 6 hours just on Tuesday, and it'll be up by the end of the day?
Yeah, by the end of the day.
How do you connect with your audience on a weekly basis or daily basis?
I'm usually pretty good at answering YouTube messages, but comments is kind of hard to talk back and forth with, because it's kind of hard to find the answer to something else. But I'm usually really good at keeping up to date with people who ask me questions on Twitter. Because the point of the show is, like, I'm not doing the show for myself. It's not like I'm making a parody or a comedy skit video where I'm trying to like, oh, look how funny I am, check this out. It's more of something for the audience. So I do the show for them. Like, they're looking for the news, I'm providing it for them. So on Twitter, I'm really good at communicating back and forth. Sometimes someone will recommend, like, hey, I'm trying to rent a movie tonight, what should I go see?
Oh, you become like the source.
You're the source, yeah.
You're like the movie buddy.
I'm here for anyone. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me, because I'm more than happy to answer.